This is a Headgum original.
What is this, a new If I Were You podcast? Well, kind of. These are episodes that we're living behind our Patreon for the last 5 years, and we figured, why not release some of the best ones onto this feed to reward those of you that never gave up, that never unsubscribed. So please enjoy this classic episode of If I Were You, recorded at our old studio in 2018. First question is from
really? Not even an intro? You're too cool
lady.
For everything? What's going on?
What?
We're not going to address the fact that you're wearing sunglasses for some reason?
Oh, yeah, these are kind of new frames I'm testing out.
During our Patreon exclusive videos?
During everything, I'm going to wear them. They're like kind of...
I was here, been here all day, you haven't worn them. You have not been wearing them all day. They're not testing them out for everything. You only are wearing them for this video. And I think, don't try to be cool.
I'm not trying to be cool. This is sort of like, I'm Andy now. And this is...
Oh.
What?
So this is absolutely... It's not fine. It's not trying to be cool. You're trying to be Andy.
Andy doesn't try to do this or try to do that.
Like,
that was an Amir thing.
You're nearing 40, and you feel like now is the time to reinvent yourself?
Andy's 32, which is kind of
honestly
like the perfect age.
That's not that young either.
Well, I'm still workshopping the age. Andy could be 29.
No, he can't.
He lives in Glendale. He has a...
So you're trying to assume a new identity fully.
Not a new identity, but like a personality or a persona.
It's not a personality if you're giving someone a new birthday?
Yeah, well, Andy was born Christmas Eve.
Okay, so you're
1998.
1998, that makes him super young. That makes him...
I guess it does. That's kind of fun. Andy's 21 years young.
Right.
And his last name is Young.
What? Oh, it's Andy Young. Andy Young is you now because you're wearing You still have gray hair.
Well, I'll get rid of that. That's an easy switch. What else is bad about me? Or bad about Amir that Andy doesn't have to deal with much anymore?
You're insecure. You're sad. You're a sad old man. You have a bad attitude.
Andy grins ear to ear because everything's good for
What's
Andy.
Andy's job?
Andy's a journalist, freelance mostly.
A 21-year-old freelance journalist from where did you say? Van Nuys or something?
No. He lives in Glendale, but he's from fucking...
Yeah, careful, because you don't want to say something that's not cool.
Detroit.
That is good. That's a good city. But he's a 21-year-old from Detroit, lives in Glendale.
Freelance journalist for the Detroit.
Oh, you are Andy now? I thought you were still workshopping certain aspects of Andy, including the glasses.
This is just Andy being Andy.
All right, what does Andy look like without glasses?
He looks fucking weird. He looked like that beady-eyed little Jew boy from the valley.
I'm so sorry that you feel like this about yourself.
I don't. Andy feels good for him. Actually, Andy's been tinkering wearing no glasses at all.
Oh, Andy! Andy, you're heinous.
Well, that was just like a quick little preview of what Andy could or couldn't bring to the table.
Fine. So Andy lives in Glendale, wears sunglasses in a studio. That's cool.
Yeah.
He does freelance journalism. Not really sure what that entails, but I guess you write stories for random publications and stuff.
Vlogs.
Vlogs and blogs.
Clogs.
You write about clogs. Does Andy have a roommate or anything?
Yeah, Andy has 3 roommates.
That's cool. It's cool to be young and have roommates because you're saving money on rent. You live in
I live in a den.
Oh. I don't understand. You'd rather be a 21-year-old that lives in a den in Glendale than you're a successful guy.
Who is? Andy?
Amir. That's who you are.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess this is who I am.
Doesn't have to be Andy. Doesn't have to be Andy.
You're right.
Can I see the glasses?
The thing is, like, Amir can't throw, but Andy can.
All right, Andy, let's see.
But, like, the problem is, to be Andy, I have to be like this.
All right,
it's like,
so
now I
Andy
can
is like,
toss
you can toss
shit.
me something.
But, like,
All
when I
right.
take it off, it's back to being who I actually am.
Okay, let's see. Give me the glasses. Let's see if Amir can
It's like
toss.
this.
Yeah,
This is a toss.
that's a toss. Casual, easy. All right, so tell you what, put the glasses back on
Okay.
because that was a bad toss. You were totally right. And now, fuck it. Why don't you toss me?
Now I can, like, toss you anything.
There we go. Yeah, toss me this.
Okay.
All right, toss
Andy?
that. Andy.
Yeah. Boom.
Wow.
On a dime.
Okay.
No big
Take
deal.
the glasses off.
Okay.
Amir tosses.
Amir's, like, worried about hitting the mic. That's, like, that's how sad that is.
You're
it's,
hitting
like,
him,
in
you
the
hit
way.
mic. Yeah. Amir hurt himself? Quick, put the glasses on and see if your arm still hurts.
I'm fine.
Whoa,
Yeah.
Andy. How do we kill Amir?
What?
How do we kill this guy? Right?
Who?
I feel like you can toss shit without getting... Look at that toss.
I'm, like,
That is
carefree.
sublime.
And I can catch shit.
You missed that toss,
That
but I feel like
throw.
that must have been maybe you were like you saw it
A
over
little
the
bit,
glasses.
yeah.
How do we get rid of Amir? So it's just me and Andy.
Well, you and Amir had a good thing going. I
Yeah,
thought.
we did, but now it's over, and now I just want to be with Andy. So what can we do? Maybe if we like,
I can tattoo sunglasses on my face.
that's not bad.
That way I can't ever take them
But I feel like we really have to like Tyler Durden this shit.
like what?
Like,
what does that
In
entail?
the end of Fight Club, Ed Norton just shoots himself in the mouth.
I'm not gonna fucking Andy do that.
I
Even
just
if
feel like-
Andy does it, like, because it might hurt Andy.
Right. No, I think with the sunglasses, nothing can hurt Andy. I mean, the microphone hurt you. Maybe if Andy jumped off a bridge,
I don't think so.
Amir would die and Andy would live.
Why would Andy do that?
Well, who am I talking to right now, Amir or Andy?
Now the lines are starting to blur and you're like confusing me.
You're
I don't want to jump because I'm
confusing
afraid of
me.
heights.
Let me talk to Andy.
What's up?
Andy, we got to do something about this fucking turd.
No, I know. I'm not even interested in him.
Really?
I'm gonna convince him to do the.
Punch yourself in the chest, Andy, and see if it hurts you or Amir. I have a theory. Andy,
Yeah.
are you all right?
Oh my god.
You're good? Let's talk to Amir. Take
I
off the
think the
glasses.
little
Andy, take off the glasses real
little
quick.
bitch Amir is like starting to infiltrate.
The Jew is strong in this one.
Oh. All right. Andy's not that funny, unfortunately.
Really? I liked my time. I liked my time.
Oh.
You can't do anything. Your motor skills are non-existent. Put your glasses in your pocket. It shouldn't be that. Can you open your pocket with your... Nice. Now try to put the glasses in there. No one should be this poor at anything.
This is,
It's precarious.
but hilarious.
Very nice. Good to have you back, bud.
This is If I Were You, the only advice podcast on Patreon hosted by us.
I'm Jake.
That's right. I'm Amir. Most of the times, this is a free audio show, but sometimes we'll give you guys bonus video Thursday episodes.
Very cool.
30
Content
minutes.
for cash, baby.
Ad-free, completely ad-free.
Right. Sometimes
Nothing
you
to
do an
promote.
ad.
Nothing to
Sometimes
promote.
you do an ad.
Not going to do an ad.
You're not going to do an ad this time.
Not going to do an ad.
Sick. Let's get into it. First question. I got a name.
MeUndies for
what?
underwear.
That's a sponsor from our regular show. Why
Yeah.
would you even?
I'm just saying, if not even as an ad, but if you want underwear,
is absolutely an
MeUndies.com
ad.
/Amir.
It's what
20% off your first order is all.
from you? If they use
MeUndies.com
your,
/Amir.
Are you selling ads on the side that I'm not getting a piece of?
No,
Because that's not cool.
It's not even an ad. I'm just.
That's an
I'm
Amir
lit-
thing, and that's why I like hanging out with Andy.
Andy doesn't sell out. Because he doesn't have to. He has these sunglasses.
What's happening to your voice?
I have a frog in my throat. Quick, Andy. He's choking me from the inside.
Andy crawls out. Oh, Jesus, Andy.
All right. This is from a lady who wants advice about her boyfriend. So we'll call her Andrea.
Nice.
Andy's twin sister, who he killed in the womb.
That's classic Andy.
Hey, Jake and Amir, my name is Andrea, and I was wondering if you could give me and my boyfriend advice about starting a podcast. We have been talking about wanting to start our own podcast, but we don't even know where to start. We have no clue about what we want to do the podcast about, or if it's even a good idea to do one. If we decide to do one, do you guys have any suggestions about what our show should be about? Also, any good equipment you could recommend? Any advice in general? Another thing is, I'm still friends with my ex-boyfriend, although I wouldn't even consider him a boyfriend because we only dated for 2 weeks freshman year of high school before he cheated on me. However, we've been best friends for 6 years. My boyfriend is not okay with me being friends with him or talking to him. I do get it because I talk to him whenever we argue. It's happening again.
What's happening?
But he's been my friend for 6 years. Am I a bad girlfriend for still talking to him? Should I stop talking to him? Does my boyfriend have a right to be upset?
Let's talk podcasts. Right?
You want to Shure SM7B and assure your boyfriend that he shouldn't be jealous of thee.
Yes.
You want a Zoom recorder
And you want to zoom out of that relationship.
That's right. You want a good idea of your show before you start, and a good idea about what you want in a mate. A podcast is a lot like a relationship.
That's right.
You want to have idea and guidance going into it. Otherwise, the thing falls apart very quickly. So, what should her show be about?
How about it's just fucking animals, and every episode is about a new fucking animal.
That's funny.
And it's just like, this one will be about a bug, and this one's about llamas, and another one's about fucking a tadpole or some shit.
And then
After that, I can't think of other animals, but there's like, I mean, that's 3 episodes, right? Oh, did I already say snake?
No, you said tadpole, llama, and a bug.
Okay, snake. 4 episodes in, that's a month's worth of content. At that point, you'll know if the podcast is going to be successful or not, and then, and only then, do you really have to like rack your brain to come up with more animals. But I'm sure there are others.
Yeah, coming up with the animals is not the hard part.
Lamb.
Yeah, that's right.
It's 5. If you even just think about stuff that you eat.
And what's the podcast about?
So we have.
You're just
so we have a
you're
bug.
saying a bug. Yeah.
We have a bug.
But what's the podcast?
Hold on a second. We have a bug, llama,
Sure.
tadpole.
Yes, that's
snake,
which is
lamb,
like a baby frog.
And then you're thinking of things that you eat.
No, you're
You
not.
have chicken, hot dogs,
Hot dog's not an animal.
beef.
What's the show gonna be?
It can be about beef.
Yeah, it can be about beef, but you need a premise. What's the premise?
Each episode is you interview a different hog.
So you want to talk to pigs
All
about
animal
beef.
related content. Okay? And you could easily come up with dozens and dozens of animals.
That's right. You could. You couldn't, but one could.
Hot dogs,
Not.
beef,
Yeah.
pig,
Okay. Yeah.
pork, roast beef,
You're just preparing food
a
differently
fucking
now.
cat. That's the show. That's the show. In each episode, you interview a different animal about what their life is. It's not rocket science, Blumenfeld.
It's a lot worse than rocket science. Rocket science is useful and interesting. You're talking about yelling at a pig.
You could even do different snakes. Like if you've run out of animal ideas, but you already interviewed a snake, there's other types. Because you
Yeah.
have a cobra and a garden snake and a rattlesnake.
Yeah.
There's other serpents.
I'll
I'm
say
certain of it.
I'll say don't start a podcast without an idea. It sounds like you have no real, genre that you're passionate about.
If you want to do animals, you really can use that one. And I also wouldn't start a podcast with somebody that you're going to break up with, because this relationship feels like it's... Wait, she wants to start a podcast with her boyfriend, right?
Yeah.
Who is mad at her because she's friends with
A guy.
a guy that she dated for 2 weeks freshman year.
Yeah.
That doesn't count as an ex. I don't think people you just like dated pre-sophomore year count as an ex.
Pre-10th grade for
Yeah.
2 weeks.
Definitely, right. There's like the age and the amount of time.
Before that person cheated
You're
on
the
her.
math guy, but it feels like there's some sort of like formula where
An
like
algorithm.
the amount of time makes it more okay, and the age makes it more okay. So freshman year, 2 weeks is like way down here on
Right.
like the chart.
Okay.
And then like, oh, my college boyfriend that I dated for 3 years, like that's pretty high up.
Oh, I see.
But like kindergarten girlfriend that I dated during playtime,
Okay.
super low.
So here's the algorithm. Ready?
Mm-hmm.
It's your age times the amount of weeks you were together. If it's under 100, that number, then that's a fake relationship.
Interesting. I like that.
Yeah.
I think I'd have to
So you're
really
well,
sit with the
Throw me an example.
TI-83 to fully.
Give me an
delve
age
in.
and a relationship.
Okay,
duration.
I my senior year of high school, I had a girlfriend for 2 years.
Okay, that's legit because it's 18 times 100 weeks. That's legit.
That's legit.
Yeah, but if it was a freshman year relationship for 3 months, then you're 15 times 12.
Okay, what if that's my 7th grade relationship that I was with for 2 years?
You're what?
I was in a relationship in 7th grade for 2 years.
7th grade is 13 for 2 years. That's long.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's 100 weeks again.
See, that's I
So
don't
maybe-
think I don't think your formula is perfect because
Okay, so
2
maybe we
years
should
when you're
raise the
7
bar.
or when you're 13 doesn't matter.
Oh, I see. So you're saying your age should be a bigger factor
I think so.
because 13. So what's the bars?
Because what if I was 6 but I was with somebody for 5 years?
Then you were 11 by the time it ended.
It's not that serious then, right?
Did you have a fucking girlfriend of 5
I was
years?
engaged as a first grader.
That can't be binding. That couldn't have been binding.
I got a ring.
As you were 6,
Yeah.
you engaged.
I wasn't
To
6
wed?
when I got engaged. I was 6 when we started dating. I was 8.5 when I asked her to be with me.
And she said yes.
Yes.
And when did you get married?
We called it off because we were too young. We didn't have our wits about us.
Yeah.
When we were 9, we were like, this is insane.
It
We have
took
to
you
date
until
other
9.
people.
Yeah. In 2nd grade, you
In
decided to
2nd
see
grade,
other
we
people.
were just like, we need to experience life on our own as fucking, like, you're going to camp this summer.
Right.
And like you're 8.5. This is insane.
Right. You're a
Like-
3rd grader at 8. You're a
Yeah.
4th grader at 9. You want to see the world
I want to see the world
as a 4th grader.
as a 4th grader.
Okay, so 5th grade rolls
Can't be tied
around.
down. 5th grade rolls around. You're like, hey,
You're just dating around.
yeah. For 5th grade, I did like I did a lot of like soul searching. I got my shit right. I got my shit together.
So what happens in 6th grade? You feel like you're ready to settle down
In
because
6th
you're
grade,
11.
I felt like I had done enough independently that I was ready to meet Mrs. Right. But then I got braces and I realized that I could jack off. And I was like, never mind. My life's going to be this now.
And that was from age 11
Till now.
Till 34. So you're like,
I
I
just-
need to settle down. I can jerk off, and now that's 23 years.
Yeah.
And now you're married for real, though.
Exactly right. And I finally stopped fapping.
I'm sorry to hear that, by the way.
Whatever.
All of that. Not
Yeah.
just the fapping
No,
part.
totally. Yeah, that makes sense.
The whole life story was really
I
sad.
have 5 other animals for the podcast.
Let's hear 2 before we move
Giraffe.
on. Yep. You didn't
Fucking
even have-
small giraffe.
You didn't have.
A
You didn't
small
have
one.
2, so
You
you
could have-
definitely didn't have 5.
You can have 2 different giraffes. No one's going to complain.
Thank you to Athletic Greens for sponsoring this episode of our program. I gave AG1 a try because I wanted to feel better, healthier, faster, stronger, and I didn't like taking pills and doing all that stuff. So AG1 is perfect for me because it's just this powder that you add to water. You could take it first thing in the morning, before or after a workout. It tastes good. And in addition to it tasting good, it's giving you all these things you need, like 75 vitamins, minerals, and whole food sourced ingredients of the highest quality that do give you a major benefit, like gut and mood support, boosted energy, and yes, even healthier looking skin, hair, and nails. People have been complimenting my nails left and right since I started taking AG1, and now I know why. It's probably because of the adaptogens. But even if it didn't make me feel so good, honestly, it just tastes good. So you're getting it in the mouth, and then you're getting it throughout the rest of your body too. So it's a real win-win. And if you're looking for an easier way to take supplements, Athletic Greens is giving you a free 1-year supply of vitamin D. That's important too, because everybody's always low on vitamin D. I don't understand how that works. You get blood results and it's always, yeah, you're low on vitamin D, but everyone's low on vitamin D. Okay, so why don't you just expand the range of what's normal for vitamin D? If everybody's low on vitamin D, isn't that the new average? Anyway, and you also get 5 free travel packs with your first purchase. So just go to athleticgreens.com/ifiwereyou. That's athleticgreens.com/ifiwereyou to check them out. Treat your body right. And add a fun, delicious thing to your daily routine. That's Athletic Greens. Thank you, athleticgreens.com/ifiwereyou. Thank you to Squarespace for sponsoring this episode of our show, the greatest, easiest way to build a website. You no longer have to learn how to design or code, really. Squarespace makes it incredibly easy for you to launch a portfolio or a store or a blog or whatever kind of website you want. They'll even let you purchase a domain name through Squarespace. I mean, it's a real one-stop shop for mom and pop. Available right now if you want. Just a hint, a little tip, beigedude.com. So if you're a beige dude or you want to get a gift for a beige dude, you can buy beigedude.com. But obviously, you don't have to go with beige dude. You can get anything you want as long as it's available, of course. And with Squarespace, it's incredibly easy and affordable. They have 24/7 award-winning customer support, and you can do it all if you go to squarespace.com/ifiwereyou. You get a free trial there, and when you're ready to launch, just go to squarespace.com/ifiwereyou to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain. So, what are you waiting for? Build something cool. Make something of yourself, for Christ's sakes. Enough is enough. Medical school didn't work out, so build a website now. Squarespace.com/ifiwereyou. That's a free trial. And then just use that offer code IFIWEREYOU to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain. Thank you, Squarespace. We wanted to tell you about a new podcast we think you will like. It's called See the Thing Is, and it's hosted by Grammy Award-winning R&B artist Bridget Kelly and media personality Mandy B. Every week, Bridget and Mandy offer grown, honest, and slightly toxic perspectives on all things music, pop culture, and of course, dating and relationships. So, if you have a hard time finding new music, or you're a millennial who misses what life was like in the 2000s, aka me, perhaps you're interested in multiple perspectives on relationships and dating, See the Thing Is a podcast that allows space for a wide range of thoughts and emotions. They also have awesome guests such as Ari Lennox, Big Frida, Remy Ma, Van Lathan, DeRay McKesson, Chloe Bailey, Mooney Long, Neo, and more. So if you're interested or you're in the market for another podcast, let's just say we recommend See the Thing Is. Check them out. Speaking of animals, we got a 22-year-old girl in New York City who has an issue called monkey butt.
Is it real? That's a real medical issue?
That's right. We'll call her Coco.
Okay.
Here's my problem. I'm a 22-year-old girl in NYC, and I have monkey butt.
Is that like her ass is
Let me
red?
explain.
Okay.
About a week ago, I noticed that there were some red spots on my ass. Not my cheeks, but the underbutt and crevice. I promptly dismissed them as minor irritation due to wearing too tight of skinny jeans. Jake knows what I mean.
Huh.
But as time passed, the spots have become what I can only be described as big-ass blisters. It seems like some sort of friction has caused the area around my butt crack to woo-ha to blister painfully. Okay? First, I tried to shield the blisters with Band-Aids, which was not successful, and that brings me to the second, potentially larger situation, which is that I've been seeing this super hot boy recently, and we've been having incredible sex, and he's very fit, so he can toss me around for a long time. I slept over at his place whilst my behind was covered in band-aids
Oh my
due to the
God.
blister situation, and by sheer power of will, I kept him from discovering my painful secret. My questions are these. What should I do about the monkey butt? What do you think could have caused the monkey butt? And how can I hide it from this guy that I'm seeing?
Oh, wow. I think you have to go to a doctor.
No, I could figure it out.
What are you talking about?
You need benzoate cream, which is a prescription. I can write those prescription because
Yeah.
there's like websites
There's no
online that
need
fills
to have
it out.
like you.
Send me your date of birth, pharmacy, and I'll give you.
Why don't you think she should
an
just go to a
RX
doctor?
number. Because I got it. It's the.
You have other shit to do. You have to like make these videos. You have to
the
like
cream.
run Headgum. You have to do
It's an
shit.
antibiotic
Like,
ointment, basically.
fine.
And that'll clear it up. It sounds like.
I don't know why you need to be like a quack in addition to a comedian.
It just sounds like a bacterial
But just like you
thing.
have one, you don't have to have multiple jobs. Is all I'm saying. You're good.
I'm an amateur dermatologist.
Right. No, you're like a black market quack.
And if that
You're
doesn't
a-
clear it up,
You're a pseudoscientist.
let me know, and I'll write you a prescription.
It's illegal.
for Retin-A.
You're a drug peddler.
She has anal acne.
You
I don't
should
know how
have
else
anal
it-
acne.
I an prescription
You want
for,
to right
for
next
an
up is
Accutane
next up you're gonna say that-
suppository.
yeah.
I want you to shove
an
Accutane
anal
up your
Accutane.
ass, and
Where-
that'll
what's
clear
next?
you
You're
right
gonna
up.
you're gonna lance the blisters yourself.
I can lance a
You're gonna
blister.
study them. You're gonna amputate them and take them back to your lab.
No,
You have
I
time
lance,
for this?
I lance one into a petri dish. We'll take a look under a microscope.
Who's we?
Me and a cousin of mine who likes to do shit like this. We'll just leave it at that.
Who's your cousin?
Save.
Save.
Yeah, Save Blumenthal.
So his last name is adjacent to yours.
Because it's through marriage.
So it's just like they just have a similar last name.
Yeah, my dad's sister married Ron Blumenthal.
Right.
And then they had a kid,
And
Chase and Save.
they had Chase and Save, and
Yeah.
Save is the one that
Chase,
you-
I haven't seen in forever. Save is the one who likes
What do you mean
to-
forever? Like it's been a long time.
No, like 30 years ago, he just sort of walked away from us. And then Save likes to do like little amateur dermatology experiments and shit.
I wonder if Chase was a victim of one of Save's experiments.
Yeah, I never thought of it that way. But
Really?
There's a chance. There's a chance. Because he had the zit once, and I haven't
Yeah.
seen him since.
All right. So, and you're gonna recommend
Retin-A.
that Coco goes and sees your cousin Save to lance a oil on her ass and maybe disappear.
Yeah.
I think what you want is not an ointment. It's not a cream. What you want is a powder.
A salve.
You want a gold bonds. You want to dry it out. You want to dry the area out, and I think you maybe don't want to have sex for a little bit. There's not a point. You should just get well. Sex is an activity that'll make your butt crack sweaty.
That's
You want to
cool.
keep that area dry as possible.
What's the furthest you got in acne medicine? Like, what was your routine at its worst?
I mean, at its worst, I guess it was all just like over the counter stuff. I would wash my face with Neutrogena or something.
Yeah, like the orange
The
one.
orange one. And then I would use like one of those,
Oxypads.
an Oxypad. And then I also had this weird little roller that I think was just like spot treatment, but it was like, it kind of looked like a tube of Airborne, and it had like a pincushion type pad on it.
Oh,
and you'd
interesting.
press it, and like this rancid smelling alcohol would come out.
So you were a drying man.
I was trying to dry everything out, and like I would just like smear that shit on my. I was covering it. It was excessive.
It would smell probably.
awful, absolutely awful. But yeah, it was.
Did you pop? Were you a popper?
Yeah, I never liked a whitehead. I would much rather have just like have it.
Bloody and scar.
Yeah,
The opposite
But I
of
was
what they
always
tell you to
like,
do.
I wasn't ever like I guess like the most ever was like 4 or 5 zits at a time, but it would be like a big one on my nose and a big one on my forehead. And a big
Right. It
one
was never
here.
like a rash or an acne that.
Right, I never
covered
had
your-
like the full acne. You had that, right?
I had like one step below that. So like I was never given Accutane, but I was given like prescription like dry your ass out, make your skin red medicine.
And did it help?
It made my skin really dry and red, which felt like a lateral move. Like instead of greasy and yellow, it was dry and red.
Were you a popper?
I was a popper.
I remember I had something that was so bad on my nose that I think it was like a cyst. It wasn't a zit. It was like so thick that I eventually took a needle,
That seems to be like a recurring
safety
thing. Like
pin.
I've seen you do that even after we met. Or
But
you're
take
talking
a
about
safety pin?
Not a safety pin, but like a zit on your nose that
Yeah.
you have to deal with.
Yeah, like that happens to me sometimes. But like now it hasn't not really been like
It happens
this-
less and less.
Yeah, the cyst thing doesn't happen anymore. That was like the worst thing. It truly looked like my nose grew a second nose. But yeah, I have like the biggest fear of getting a big zit on my nose, and sometimes like my stress about it I think makes me have one. I was petrified leading up to my wedding that I was gonna get
What
it.
would you do? Makeup, probably makeup.
Yeah, I would have just done makeup. Wedding is big enough that I would just do makeup. Sometimes I get like stressed about it before we like go on tour. I'm like, I don't want to deal with that.
Right. It's like, would you rather have that or a cold?
Oh man, that I hate having. I feel so sorry for myself when I have a cold.
It feels like we constantly have one of us has a cold on tour.
Yeah, always.
Like sleeping before or after the show, not feeling well.
Yep. I don't know why that happens to us, but we always get sick on the road.
It's probably because we travel, don't sleep, drink poison, and don't take care of our bodies or eat well.
And shake a lot of hands.
Yeah,
we
so
meet
it's
a lot.
everything that you can do to get sick is what we do, and then we get sick.
Yeah,
So
which
we
is too
touch
bad.
a lot of people, travel, sleep less, drink alcohol, and eat poorly.
Yeah, that's definitely. Yeah, that sounds about right.
It would be
What
weird
a
if
good
we
way to
didn't.
see Amsterdam.
It's always like the first 2 days you're like, I think I could beat it. I think it's just allergies.
Yeah.
And then the sneezing comes and you're like, yeah, it's over.
Then
It's too late.
Cut to us sitting in a hotel room in Manchester because we're like, I wish I could see the city, but no, I'm too tired.
All right, that's it. Only 2 questions, but you know what? 30 minutes of content is 30 minutes of content.
Yeah. Have you ever heard of a medicine called Zyrtec?
Yeah, I think that's for allergies.
Right. It's not Zyrtec. It's some other medicine that begins with a Z.
Zyrtec.
It's not. Yeah. No. It's like it's a powder that starts with a Z. That I really think this girl should get for her ass.
I guess going to Z-Pack? No, that's the antibiotic.
That's it.
It's my dermatologist. I'm super late to an appointment. I guess she should actually consult a real.
Fine, but let me say our goodbyes, and I'll tell you.
Okay. Thank you so much for watching. As always, we'll be back next week. Appreciate your patronage, and you can listen to this show every Monday at headgum.com or wherever you listen to your podcasts.
I'm not gonna fucking find it.
There's too many medicines.
I searched powder Z.
And now I think I'm watching a movie. All right. In the next episode, maybe we'll start it with what this powder is that you think starts with the letter Z.
Yeah.
Bye, everybody.
Later.
If I were you, 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 I'll tell you what I would do if only I were you. Shark.com.
That was a Headgum original.